Hi, welcome to Maggie Chats Books. Today I'm going to do my weekly wrap up. I had company over the weekend and some this week, so I only managed to completely finish one book, and that book was Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emmie Lang. This is her debut novel, and it is a book that is magical realism, I guess you would say. It is about a young boy that we follow into adulthood named Waylon. Waylon has special powers that we find out even in the synopsis that he has some control over the weather. He is a very unusual character, and he is followed throughout his life, even from his birth. Mostly we join him when he's 11 through the time he's in his 40s, I believe. He comes into contact with some really great characters. There's two very strong female characters, a girl named Mary, who we also follow in childhood into her adulthood, and she makes friends with him and kind of discovers what he's like at an early age, although nobody would ever believe her. And then we also meet Linda, I believe is her name, who is his foster sister, and she's also a very strong character. The book travels all over the United States as we follow these characters, and the stories are very unusual, but you almost believe they could happen. I think she did a wonderful job. Her writing is very well done. She does a great job at developing characters, and I really enjoyed the characters in this book. I really, as I said again, really enjoyed this book and recommend it to read. Sorry, just had to change out my battery. The book I'm currently reading is Claire by the Sea Light. It is by Edwidge Danticat. She's a Haitian American writer who writes about Haiti, or in this case she is writing about Haiti. Claire is a young girl who lives with her father. Her mother has passed away, and I'm 50% within the book, and so far you've learned a little bit about Claire, but a lot about other people that are probably going to connect into her life or be part of her story. They all have a story to go with them as well, and it's so far a really good book. I love the character development of all the characters. I feel like you know these people. The stories are not all happy, of course, because they are living in a Haitian slum. There are some people, I think only 15%, I think is what she said, have any money to call their own. The rest of the people are just trying to eke out a living in shanties, metal buildings and things like that. So it's very moving, but I also feel like she has given us a good description of where these people live, so you can almost picture what their life is like. There's also a great sense of community that I'm really enjoying in this town, and as I said, I'm 50% through the book, and so far I think it's really, really good, and I'm looking forward to reading the second part to it. The other books that I want to read this week are, the first one is Martha Wells' All Systems Red. All through February I kept saying I need to read a science fiction book because I was reading some heavy books and just needed something a little lighter. So I am in March going to read this book because it is part of the BookTube Science Fiction Fantasy Awards, and there's a Goodreads group, and I'll link that below, that we are reading this book together as a read-along in March. And the other book that I'm going to read is also read-along for the Science Fiction Fantasy Award nominees, and that is Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. So I'm looking forward to this. March is going to be my month where I read books to get to discuss them with people on Goodreads, which I'm very excited about. Claire and the Sea Light is part of the Read Around the World book club, which has about 117 members, and you can get at least 15-20 people discussing the book at any month, and that's great. So I'm hoping the same happens for the BookTube Science Fiction Fantasy Award nominees read-along on Goodreads, because to me it's always fun to see what people think about a book, and oftentimes you have this image and you think everybody else had the same image, and then they have some other thought. So it's like it's a book club that you don't have to get dressed to go to. So I'm enjoying it and hope to enjoy the rest of these books. I have, I think, I'm going to do read-alongs, 4 or 5 read-alongs this month, and I want to get these started so I can start discussing them. So that is all for now. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.